Hey, I'm just kind of pissed off about something and I just want to talk about it. Now, so a lot of my a lot of my gaming taste tends to come from this little thing. Not a lot of people know about it called nostalgia. Yeah, I know. Niche pseudo philosophical concept over here. Um, but it's true. A lot of the games I'm interested in come from like secondhand nostalgia, so like Call of Duty and Battlefield and Halo and Counter Strike, a lot of shooters. But one that was in there that I remembered watching a lot of gameplay walkthrough, no commentaries while trying to fall asleep at night to. That was Sam and Max Save the World. Uh, and for those of you who don't know, it's kind of hard to get that game. It was for a while. It was kind of hard to get that game because, the company that made it fucking dissolved and doesn't exist anymore. That's Telltale Games. Uh, but thanks to the fucking mad lads at um, Skunk Ape, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Skunk Ape. They remastered it, and now you can get it again. You can get it on Steam. You can get a remastered version of Sam and Max Save the World on Steam, and I'm really happy about that because if there's one thing I regret, it's not buying up a bunch of those older the. It was not buying both the Poker Night at the Inventories and Sam and Max Save the World because those are like three games that I'm really, I guess, secondhand nostalgic for because uh, those pretty much define my free time. I really like watching people play them, and I wish I had gotten a chance to play them myself. And thinking about this got me thinking about other games that I'm annoyed I can't play, which brings me to why I wanted to make this video. Fuck Epic Games. I know this isn't a unique opinion anymore. Oh, I said fuck Epic Games in 2021. Yeah, I'm so unique and cool. But yeah, basically, there's this game called Rocket League. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's kind of this little indie title about essentially playing car soccer, and I watched a lot of it when I was little. You know, that whole secondhand nostalgia thing. But it wasn't watching YouTube videos. It was partially watching YouTube videos, but it was mostly watching cousins play it whenever they'd come over for Christmas. Like they'd pull out the fucking X-Bone and they'd play that. Yeah, and not too long ago, Epic Games acquired the studio that made Rocket League, which means that now you can't get it on Steam. It is an Epic Games Store exclusive. I swear to God, if more games that I'm really excited for end up being Epic Games Store exclusives, I'm probably going to be pissed. Like, I'm not really interested in getting a lot of new games anymore. Like, if I really wanted to, I could list off. I could probably count most of the newer releases that I want on both hands, maybe. Like the games that aren't out yet that I kind of want. But Rocket League is kind of like one of those really classic games. Like, had a fucking Steam workshop, and I'm pretty sure it had trading. I might be wrong. The fucking cosmetics, I can't remember whether or not they were tradable. Yeah. I just generally dislike exclusives at this point. Like, I feel like most people do. Uh, for instance, EA has started releasing a lot of their origin exclusives onto Steam. Um, who else? There have been a few good PlayStation exclusives that have started getting released onto Steam, like Horizon Zero Dawn's on Steam now, and that's pretty sick. So is the Dragon Age series. But I can't remember whether or not Dragon Age, specifically Inquisition, like, I still want to play Origins, but the one that I'm more interested in is Inquisitions. Because it's apparently more of an action game, and I'm generally more into that kind of game. Listen, I know what I like. Yeah. And it was a whole fucking big deal when all these games were released on Steam. Like, whoa, EA is starting to release its games on Steam? And there's a couple PlayStation exclusives that are also coming to Steam? That's sick. And meanwhile, Epic Games and Blizzard Activision are over here, still being stingy. Um, a couple games that I've always kind of had an interest in are stuff like, like Diablo 2. Uh, that's really all I can think of. Maybe Warcraft 3? Warcraft 3, maybe, depending on whether or not I end up liking Warcraft 3, maybe StarCraft, but those are Blizzard BattleNet exclusive games. Like, you can't get those on Steam. And I get it. Most of these developers, most of these, why am I saying developers? Most of these companies probably don't enjoy having to share some of their revenue with Valve, or with Steam rather. But Steam is effectively the Walmart that is putting your games on their shelves, their digital shelf. I'm gonna go play this other level again. So I don't see why, like, that's like that's like it's like if companies didn't like GameStop and they said, okay, this is just an example. Just hear me out. This is just an example, but this is like companies saying they don't like GameStop and saying, screw you, we're gonna open our own franchise of a game store, and it's gonna be like right next to yours. It's gonna be right next to yours. We're gonna market it as a good equivalent to yours, and there's nothing you're gonna do about it. And if this was just GameStop we were talking about, they'd probably say, whatever. People are still gonna come in here to buy our Funko Pops. But this is like Valve we're talking about, and Valve generally seems to be pretty hands off on most things. Steam, Valve, same difference. I mean, like, Valve literally sells close to full price mods of their own games on their storefront. So, I'd say they're chill. It really depends on your definition of chill. I don't. In my opinion, like, I'm not a numbers guy, especially when it comes to money. My fucking monkey brain is always like, oh, game on sale. I have enough money to where I can still get food and not starve, but also get this game. I buy. That's the most my monkey brain can calculate when it comes to money. So, really, my gut kind of approach to it is Epic, Blizzard, please start releasing your games on Steam. Like, I know you probably don't care. I know at least Blizzard probably doesn't care. Like, oh, we already have pretty much all the players we could ever want. Why would we want to get more? Ha, he who. Um, that's fair. But Epic has you were on Steam for a while, like pretty much most of the legacy Unreal Tournament games are on Steam. Like you got Unreal 2, UT Game of the Year, UT04, and UT3 Black Edition. So I'm just saying, like, I've been getting into strategy games recently, and I think it would be interesting to give something like Warcraft a try, but really doesn't really seem to be a point to when I can just play other games and practically get the same experience. Apparently Command & Conquer is a good amount like Warcraft, just not with that Blizzard flair. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a fucking shooter game player, and I'm talking about how a strategy game feels to play. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Yeah. In all honesty, if Epic Games were to start releasing games on Steam again and doing it like an EA or Ubisoft style, where it's like, oh yeah, we're releasing them on Steam, but you still have to download our launcher to launch them. Like, oh, we'll relist Rocket League on Steam, but you have to download Epic Games to play it. I'd be fine with that. Hell, I'm gonna be honest. Even though it's not a very popular game, I'd probably play Fortnite if it came out on Steam. Not Battle Royale. I feel like I have to specify that. I would not play Fork Knife Butter Royale if it came out on Steam. I would play Fortnite, the base game that was like announced in like I want to say 2015 maybe. When was I can't remember when Fortnite was announced, but I remember watching like the reveal trailer and thinking, "Wow, that looks cool," and also watching the gameplay trailer and saying, "Wow, that also looks cool. Is it gonna come out on Steam?" And then it said no, and then I said, "Well, if it ever comes out on Steam, maybe I'll be interested." And I hold that position to this day. And there he still sits, waiting for shitty zombie builder game to come out on Steam. I don't know. I just dislike exclusivity in general. I think that I think it would be more advantageous to have games on multiple platforms. Like even if Steam takes a cut, so what? It's their storefront. They should be allowed to. I just think it would make like it's more places for people to buy it. It's more places for people to buy your game and talk about your game and do shit with your game. Imagine all the shit people could do with like I know I'm sounding oh my god, I'm just realizing how much I just realized that I'm gonna say Fortnite again. Imagine how much people could do if they could upload like creative. What's the fucking infinite? Is the infinite resource thing in Fortnite called creative? I just assumed that because of Minecraft. But yeah, like fucking. What if people could upload maps from Fortnite onto Steam community thing? The Steam Workshop. That's what I'm thinking of. Like people could upload maps and submit funny skins and dances for for approval by the shitty game dev known as Epic Games. And whatever. I'm just a guy who's paper raging because he can't play every game on one platform. Yeah, that's really it. Why did I even bother talking about that?